two dudes. They have like a third person that's recording off screen.
Yeah.
And they'll do like searching stuff like on a computer and things like that.
Uh-huh. And yet it always looks so simple.
Because they got one person doing all the work,
Yeah,
the other two.
And other people editing and all of the things.
But what are we gonna do? Pay them?
No.
Pay them with YouTube views? All 7 of them?
I'll do it myself, just excruciatingly slowly.
We're not in a rush.
Yeah. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to Two Beans.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Two Beans, and this is my friend.
Two Beans.
Other Two Beans. How have you been?
How have you been?
Hold for how they been. Wow. Crazy.
Insightful.
Wow. That's really cool. That's really cool. Wow.
I'm really proud of you.
I do like it. Or I actually hate it. I don't want to say hate it. It's good and bad when you're like it's a stranger and they're like, oh yeah, how you doing? And I'm like, do I tell you?
Yeah.
And then I do sometimes, and then they have to now tell me and then they kind of like drag on, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Also, I just don't know what to say to people.
I don't,
because it's like
it's very actually kind of like
the how's it going is like I don't know what else to like lead in with because everything else it's like I don't know, but I don't know because I feel like how's it going is one of those things that feels like it's genuinely like, hey, how are you?
Yeah, and I kind of like good, and then
and that's it.
And I kind of maybe I'll go ask maybe like good, how are you? And then I'm like I kind of don't want to know because I didn't start the conversation, but I don't want to be mean, and like. Yeah, I probably could socialize more and stuff. So I'm like, but at this it's a stranger. I did recently. A guy at work. He's new. He's very nice. Very, 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 very nice. But I was walking, and he happened to be walking next to me. He was like, "What's your middle name?" Just cold. Cold. What's your middle name? And I just kind of was like, "Nope." Yeah. I just said no. It's like, no.
Oh, no.
And he was like, okay. And so that was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know the guy, and I was like, just to cold be like, what's your middle name? And it's probably making me come off as like a curmudgeon, and I might be. The allegations might fit, but I just
at this point in our lives, like, if you don't want to deal with something,
right.
That's where I'm at. It's like, why? I don't want to answer your question.
Yeah, like it's just sorry. It's a weird kind of question.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel kind of bad. I also feel like I'm kind of being antisocial lately, but at the same time, like I don't do well in those situations anymore.
Yeah,
and they're kind of stress heightening, like anxiety inducing little things. Like where I'm like nothing bad. It's just my brain's like, what do we do? Like, what are we doing right now? What's going on?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
What's going on?
What's going on? So anyway,
no, like I feel very similar in like I am probably more antisocial in some ways than I used to be, but I'm not trying for like anybody anymore. Like whereas like I feel like there was like a pressure to be more social or to fit a certain thing, or whatever, and it's just like
I feel way better. Just
it's like if I come off like a dick, I'm sorry. Like I'm just
that's kind of like I'm kind of just like it's just no. Like I'm kind of plain about it too, and I don't feel bad about being plain about it. Like I'm just so that's good. I just also am like maybe I should be a little bit more social, but at the same time, then I get something where I come in the morning and I've got somebody just talking to me. Like in the morning, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, I need to go get coffee. And then I get my coffee, and now they're talking to me about my coffee. And I'm like,
yeah.
Please, your very nice. You're very, very nice. But leave me alone. Just for like an hour. Come back to me in an hour. All right. So anyway, what have you collected?
Collecting. So the big thing, which I just got some stuff yesterday, was some more Batman stuff.
Oh yeah.
Been overall.
I think that might be your phone. Yeah, it's your phone. Oh. It's interference from your phone.
The more you know. There's a lot of
I'm a RF engineer
in the air and atmosphere that you just can't see with your eye. That's just going on.
There's a lot of there's a lot of voltage in the air. Yeah. It's about 5 volts per meter coming out of your phone. That's why they tell you to turn your Wi-Fi off during takeoff and landing. Does it actually do anything? No, but you should. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, Batman stuff.
Yeah. McFarlane's been doing quite a bit of stuff over the last few years. So I've been kind of slowly picking up things here and there.
Wow, that's crazy.
But they just recently did the figure of the Joker from 1989.
Oh, cool. Anyway,
they just did the Joker from the 1989 Batman, which they didn't like. It's like the Batman 89 comic adaptation, because they didn't do exactly Jack Nicholson's likeness. It's like a stylized, it looks like him.
Yeah, sure.
But it's it's not exactly
it's not his likeness, right? Probably because they didn't have rights or something.
Apparently, his likeness is stupid expensive, and that's why the only toy brand that's really done has been Hot Toys, Sideshow, where it's it's an expensive thing already.
Yeah.
Most other toy companies just don't want to pay to have the license to use his likeness, because it's millions of dollars from what I've heard. Anyway, they did that, and that's really cool, and so I've picked up a few of those, and then NECA's done Batman, Catwoman, and the Penguin, and they're 8-inch the cloth figures. They're kind of in between size of the Michael Keaton Batman that I got, that was the small one, and then I had the really big one. This one's kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
nice. So I picked a few of those up, and then there's another toy company called Beast Kingdom that is kind of also on that same scale. That's kind of 9 inches or so, I think. Yeah. And they also did some Batman, and so I got the Batman Forever Val Kilmer Batman.
Oh, cool.
And it's pretty sweet. So
really the best one, Val Kilmer's Batman, I think, is my favorite of those 4 Batmans.
Yeah.
Though Nipple Batman,
so good.
And the fact that it's George Clooney as Nipple Batman also is super. Yeah. I love it. Not good by any means.
I did also get a figure of that one too.
Did it has the nipples?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It's one of the McFarlane ones. When we were in Kansas City, I found him loose for $15, and I was like, okay, for that cheap, I'll get this.
This man's loose with nipples. Just out and about.
Oh yeah,
that's so funny. Okay, it's crazy that George Clooney died after that.
Oh, I know.
I can't believe they did that.
They had to amputate his nipples. Got stuck to the suit.
It's actually what killed him.
Who knew your nipples were connected to your heart?
My nipples! And then just died. It's so crazy. And they have that in the behind the scenes. You can actually see it when it happens. So it's crazy. Yeah.
If you freeze it at the right time.
So good. It's such a good joke.
It really is. Rest in peace, George Clooney. You're the real one.
Died right after Batman.
I thought Heath Ledger had it bad.
I'm just gonna gather myself real quick.
I know.
Okay. So, Batman.
Yeah,
Cool.
I
Yeah,
collected
nipple
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, Batman and Pokemon cards. I did get the Gengar card that I've been.
Oh yeah,
looking
the
for.
fun where he's not, it looks like he's smoking a bong, but he's actually not really smoking a bong.
Yeah. Right after you got that one, I was like, man, that one's cool. And I've been looking at it, and like the price has like gone up, and I had seen it, and when we were at that con, like trying to get to binders was impossible, but at least like the cases, I could kind of like peek, and I'd seen it. And there's like all these people in front of me, and I finally like get up there, and then I'm like trying to pay with Venmo, and it's like, can't connect to your bank, and I forgot my password. I'm like, oh no.
That sucks.
What'd you collect?
I mean, I kind of been out of 40K, but today actually I've been out of it. I played last weekend, and then it was kind of like I kind of got burnt out a little bit, just because I can kind of we'll get into it a little bit, but my attention span is kind of tough sometimes, and I have to kind of when I get into something, I kind of got to really either play into it if it's something I need to get done. So like with 40K, it's kind of like, oh, I have the attention for it. Go hammer away, get as much done as you possibly can, and then I get super burnt out.
Hammer it down.
Yeah, war hammered in, and I'll just order. So then I'll just get really burnt out for a while, and I've kind of just been. They're coming out with some new models and a new edition here pretty soon, and so some of the new models. One of them was an older model that they re-updated, and I stood outside of the Warhammer store for just like 5 minutes because I pulled up and then I started seeing other people, and you can kind of tell who Warhammer people are.
Yeah.
And I was like, they only so everything either pre-ordered it or you had to basically first come first serve to the stores, and our store only gets 2 boxes. Of these new models. So I was like, oh, well, if I don't get it now, I'm not going to get this thing. So, or at least for another year. So I ended up going to the store. I sat out. I kind of was there 15 minutes early, and then about 5 minutes ahead of time, I was like, I'm going to go like stand at the door.
Yeah.
So I can just be the first one in, because then he'll just be like, yep, first one in, you grab it. So I got that. It was cool. There was another one that I was not planning on getting, but it was another one where it was a new release. There's only 2 boxes in our store. You're not going to get them. So I was like, cool, I'll just go ahead and grab that too. So I ended up spending like $300. But,
oh, that goes.
Yeah. But
me with all the Batman.
Right. With so many other models that I have, because I got burnt out before I had gotten to these other ones, I've got so much work to do right now anyway that at $300, I'm not going to be spend any more money for anything new anytime soon anyway, so might as well spend it now. And then just kind of I'm looking at moving into a house. Yeah. Got my credit score back up.
Hey,
after a year, it's been a year since I guess I've been back in Wichita.
And yeah.
Or getting there. I think in July will be when my full year back in Wichita. And I plan on moving into a house hopefully in the next month and a half. And so I've been getting some furniture and art to kind of make it my own, and kind of like really discovering some new stuff about me and like how I want to style stuff. Cause I have like a lot of, I call it like landfill stuff.
Yeah.
Or just have a lot of shallow stuff.
Yeah.
I think we kind of talked about maybe, like, I have a lot of like collecting things that are very shallow. Like it's like, oh yeah, I like that, grab it. Oh yeah. Or like I've got it on Amazon or eBay. I didn't like find it. So there's no like memory behind it, or there's no like, oh yeah, no, that was like I just happened to be at a store and that was like, oh god, this is here. So anyway, been trying to get more into that style of collecting and get away from maybe just convenience buying, which I think just doesn't. You have a lot of stuff and you have a lot of cool stuff, but it's maybe not all the stuff that you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So the art and furniture has been kind of fun to do that stuff with.
Yeah.
So,
well, and like with art and furniture, it's like you really have to like have a purpose for it. Like it needs to either like go on a wall, or it's like a piece of furniture that needs like serving a purpose for something. It's like versus like collectibles and stuff like that. It's like, okay, this is something that like I can set on a shelf, or it's easier for that stuff to kind of get cluttered on the table or something like that. Or it's like, okay, if you get like some sort of art or something like that, okay, where am I going to put this?
Right, and then you care about the frame and stuff and all that. So yeah, it's been fun just getting a lot of new art things. I got some embroidered pieces. I have a crocheted I don't know if it's a doily, but it's like bigger than a little doily. But I have that picture of the cow with the 4 guys from it's like 1998 cow show, and it's just these 4 guys standing around a cow.
Yeah.
And it's like this big art piece. This is just big picture, blown up picture. I love it. It's my favorite.
That's so good.
But yeah, I'm excited to kind of get through that, and that's just been a new thing that I've been doing. Just like,
yeah, I love that, and I love the grandma core type stuff. Like,
oh yeah,
because we've inherited things, from my grandmothers over the last few years, and it's just yeah, this is a great lamp, and that picture of the flower, the birds. Badass.
Yeah,
going on the wall.
Same.
Love it.
Yep. Yeah. So then, what have you watched? You been watching anything?
I watched a few things.
Yeah, I've been kind of more into watching stuff lately.
Yeah.
But a lot of it didn't really stand out, but I've got quite a few things that still stands out. So.
Sweet. Yeah. So after our last episode, which spoiler alert, it was 2 months ago. It's been a minute. The last one was a 2-parter.
In case you didn't know.
We talked about movies, and you were talking a lot about Jurassic Park, and so I sat down and watched that.
Yeah, good.
Watched it on VHS, which was I just love that. So, man, I love Steven Spielberg, and
I'm so excited for his new movie.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see that.
Yeah, same.
Oh, that reminds me, dude.
Yeah. I look away and I immediately forget what I'm talking about. Another VHS that we watched recently was the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, cool. Cool.
We got a copy back there from Jenna's cousin Heels. Her mom had given us that copy a couple months back, and so we got to watch that, which was cool. Watched some Mars Attacks the other day.
Yeah.
I was at home and looking for something to watch, and was checking the free with ads on YouTube and seeing that, and I was like, oh man, I love Mars Attacks.
And I'm gonna say this, controversial, that is Tim Burton's best movie. I will give argument to 1989 Batman?
Yeah.
I will give argument and a platform for that one, and that one alone.
Yeah. It's definitely I feel like it's his most non-him from that era.
Yeah, because he definitely, I think it's after, I don't know when that one came out.
It was 95 or 96.
Yeah, because he started getting into the darker stuff, because he had 89 Batman, which I don't think it was him. You can tell it's a Tim Burton movie, but it's not. You got more Tim Burton-y with the second one.
Yeah.
And I don't remember when that one came out, but
92,
yeah. So he started getting into that stuff. So I'm assuming he was working on Mars Attacks for a while before that.
Yeah.
But
I forget every time that Jack Nicholson plays 2 characters, because he's the president and he's also playing a hotel casino owner in Las Vegas, and so it's cutting back from him as the president to him, where he's got this hat with a fake long hair underneath.
Yep.
Oh, it's so funny.
I love Mars Attack. I actually really don't like Tim Burton a whole lot.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't think his style fits what I'm learning. And the one movie that really did it in for me was his second Batman movie.
Yeah.
I don't like that one.
You don't like that one?
No, it's just kind of gross. Danny DeVito's gross.
Yeah.
He grosses me out.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of and I get it, because it's Tim Burton's kind of one of those people that they're you're either really into it or it's just not your thing.
Yeah, and I think
he really leaned into a lot of kind of the German expressionism in some ways, which people like, but there was some things that it's when it's juxtaposed with Batman, especially with that one where it was still being pushed towards kids.
Yeah. Well, and also, I think in part of the thing that also sours you out is when you're not into Tim Burton, people who are really into Tim Burton just cannot grasp why you're not into Tim Burton. And it's his style is not my thing. It's not I can get close to that style, but yeah, I just never really liked Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Other than Mars Attacks and 1989 Batman.
Yeah. Hey, fair enough.
Yeah.
But
yeah, hot take.
Oh, and then the last thing, we just watched Labyrinth. Was one of the
Is that the one with David Bowie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went, and like one of our first few dates was going to see that at the Orpheum.
Cool.
Way back, and I think this is the first time we watched it since then. And yeah, it's a trip. It's different. But it's a good fun like 80s movie.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, it's just kind of a fun. If I haven't watched it in a long time, so I couldn't tell you anything about it anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's kind of like one of those like nostalgic movies. Like, is it Dark Crystal 2? That's like not like with the puppetry. Dark Crystal's puppets and stuff, but it's very like, I don't know if this is good.
I don't know. I haven't.
But it's very
I actually
like,
just got it last night at Goodwill because I haven't seen it before.
Oh, Dark Crystal?
Yeah,
that's crazy. No, I was just using it as like, I like Dark Crystal, but I don't know if it's like great by any means. But it's a good nostalgic movie.
I feel like it's one of those that's probably, it's not like as good as Labyrinth, but I know it's it's similar.
I think it's like I was kind of like lump on some of those like.
Darker Jim Henson.
Willow, yeah, it's kind of like that too, where I just kind of like those older fantasy movies from the 80s are all really good, but they're mostly like nostalgia hits for me.
Yeah.
So cool.
What'd you watch?
So I went a couple movies. Went to the movie theater and saw a couple movies. Saw Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh yeah,
which is like not good, but very fun and very good.
Yeah.
It's not, it's a Mortal Kombat. It's a movie. So it's going to be like, if you watch any Mortal Kombat shows or just play Mortal Kombat, like there's just no, like there's a story. They throw a story in, but that's not what you're doing any of that stuff. You're watching the fights
what
and
to
the action.
expect.
Yeah. And so like Carl Urban gets to be like a really fun kind of charismatic campy. It's kind of, and like there's just like, I always kind of say like the thing with like taking some of those things and making them movies is difficult because if you try to ground them, you lose sort of the appeal of the movies.
Yeah.
But if you don't ground them, sometimes they can be kind of like cringy.
Yeah.
Right. Where you're like, these things are like, oh, that's just fun. Like but I would prefer the cringy moments of that stuff and them fully embracing the silliness or just the kind of like over the top stuff that comes with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Than trying to ground it.
Yeah.
So
like the violence or whatever can maybe be a little bit like, I don't want to say like gritty-ish, but like there's just a level of like silliness to Mortal Kombat, like especially like most people are fans of the games, and those like while violent, we're also very like silly, and you laughed and it was
and you're
funny,
playing with friends, and yeah. So it was fun. I think it hit those notes, which I think is what you want out of that movie. So I say it's probably not good, but I think for the movie of Mortal Kombat, it hits those notes, and it's. I'm also like getting ready to watch. I'm really excited for Street Fighter, so it was kind of like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
I didn't know they're doing Street Fighter. Movie.
It looks good. It looks good. I'm excited to watch it. We'll have to watch it together. And then another movie I went and saw in theaters was Project Hail Mary.
Oh yeah, tell me about that.
Very, 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 very good. Wes Miller and Phil Lord. Is that right? Yeah, I think they directed it, and they're really good. They did the Spider-Verse movies. I think they did Last Man on Earth series.
Yeah, I was about to say like that's what I know them from the most. Is that? And I think they also did the Lego movie too.
They did do the Lego movie. Yep. So they're very good. I really enjoy them. Probably some like directors I always forget about, but when I like every time I see their stuff, I'm like, oh man, I actually like really enjoy them. I don't know if they do anything like super special. Like Wes Anderson, you know what a Wes Anderson movie looks like.
Yeah.
Or like Chris Nolan, you know what a Chris Nolan movie looks like. I do think they do a lot of different stuff with like TV shows, comedies, and they do a really good job of sort of having these like very big, difficult things happening, and then there's really good way of like it's a lot easier pill to take when it's kind of there's some comedy in there and tied in. And I don't, I think a lot of that's with writing. Yeah. But I do think directing and stuff and getting those scenes built up to make that work
and process,
tie all that together, it works. So I think he did a very good job. You get the cute little alien and stuff. And
so is Project Hail Mary, what's he doing in that one?
So it's Ryan Gosling, and he died after this. It's Yeah, Ryan Gosling. Yeah, it's crazy that he died. He did not. He actually went to the moon. No, essentially they find out that the sun's dying.
Crazy they got him in NASA.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy they got him trained in NASA. So they found out the sun's being eaten by these little things, and so our sun's dying, which means in any amount of heat that the sun goes is a dramatic change on our ecosystem and our climate. And so it's kind of like in the moment flashback and stuff. So they do a really good job of tying that stuff together. It doesn't get like kind of messy or anything like that. And he gets, his crew dies on their way to where they're going. So he's just by himself. And then all of a sudden he just comes across another alien ship that is also dealing with the thing that Earth's dealing with, which is their sun's is dying from these little things that are eating it. It's just kind of him like learning about this alien. It's kind of like just a funny little, like they're working together.
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, I didn't know, like, I knew that there was like obviously like space travel, and I'd seen some sort of video breaking down the path that they would be traveling, because is it loosely based on like a real star?
It might be. I mean, the guy who does it is he did The Martian, and he has like a master's in astrophysics.
Okay, yeah.
So he does know a lot about that stuff. He does have a lot of, like, The Martian had a lot of like realism things. Is it practical to do these things? Right, I don't know, but he did put some practical science and stuff behind it, and so I think for like the audience of me that doesn't know that level of stuff, and I think even like I would have to see what Neil deGrasse Tyson says about it, but I think he gives you a lot of information that you can go, oh yeah, I can buy that.
Yeah.
So
cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. That was one that, like, the more I like seen it, when I wasn't going Project Nail Gary,
nail my Gary,
I'm my friend Gary. Got a project for you.
Got a project for you.
But I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it was very good. And then I just watched animated show called Swapped. It's got Michael B. Jordan in it. A very cute movie, kind of dives into racism in a lot of ways, and so it's kind of like these little very good art, really good pretty art for like all the animal designs and stuff. Like, they're not true animals or whatever, but just a kind of a sweet movie. Like, basically this little squirrel thing is trying to, like, it's kind of got a little redemption arc where he messes up and then he has to come back, and then you find these little pods that allow you to turn to other animals. And then when you turn to other animals, you can now all of a sudden start understanding other animals. And so it starts off like all these animal groups are very like disconnected. They used to be all one together, and then there's something that happened, made them all get separated. Now they don't trust each other. And then he kind of goes to these pods, and now all of a sudden he can understand all of them, and it's him trying to journey back with this another creature that also happened to turn into an animal or something like that. And there's a bad guy and stuff. And
that sounds cool.
Yeah, it draws everybody.
You said it's animated?
Animated, very good. Netflix. Yeah, it's cute. I wouldn't say it's like, whoa, this is the best movie, but it's good.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
It's good, like, watch.
Yeah.
Other than that, just some of my favorites, some comedies. Nathan For You, John Wilson, Curb Your Enthusiasm is one I've been starting.
Yeah. How's that going?
Good. I like I watched it when I was younger.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of very Seinfeld-y kind of stuff, and which I know Jerry Seinfeld's maybe not the best guy in the world. Definitely not the best guy in the world, but I mean, Curb Your Enthusiasm is very good. So
yeah.
It's kind of like.
I thought that the humor looked funny because it's like I've seen a lot of like clips, and like the cutaways is just like, it's kind of one of those, like, even if you haven't seen the show,
right,
the tone and the vibe, and I'm like, I feel like that show's probably really funny.
It's very much a not great person just continuously making mistakes and just like and then being like, I don't understand why. And you're like, you're just making mistakes at every turn.
Where's it at? Like,
it's an HBO Max.
Oh, okay. See who can give me a free trial of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got it through Amazon.
Do you want to sponsor us?
Yeah, hey, guys.
By just giving me HBO Max. You don't have to pay
We'll
us,
put
just-
HBO Max right here. Yeah. So, yeah, no, that was good. I mean, all three of those are really good. Nathan Views.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain on that one, but like they kind of like the uncomfortable comedy.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Borat a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, but maybe not quite as like. It can be gross, yeah, but like it's maybe not quite like dude in like Speedo and stuff, right? Yeah,
Just like similar, like I think like cringe, where it's like you feel kind of uncomfortable watching it a little bit
because of the way that yeah. So it's good, but just been watching those.
Yeah.
All right, what have you been hobbying?
Hobby Lobby. Come on down. So my latest hyperfixation has been Aliens.
Oh yeah. When we were talking about the Steven Spielberg new movie,
So that's, I guess I would classify that slightly as a hobby now. So I've just been kind of deep diving in researching and watching things and reading stories and stuff like that. I'm super hyped for Disclosure Day. And then kind of more like traditional hobbies. I've been working on fixing up my like first guitar. It's Squire Stratocaster, which up until when I put it back together, I don't think I played it since maybe like 2010 or something like that, because I had taken it to college but didn't really like play it very much.
Yeah.
And
You kind of had that like blue. I don't know if it was a Les Paul so much or Gibson, but it was blue. Yeah.
Yeah, that ESP, but it's like the Les Paul shaped.
Yep.
Shiloh has that guitar now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so after I had started working with the dumpster guitar that we found like a couple years ago, and there was like a dump day where someone just like put like a Stratocaster like out there. It's a Squire. It's nothing special. And so like I've customized that a little bit, and I was like, that was a lot of fun. I should just do that with my original guitar, and I'd actually played a little bit, and it's cool in like figuring it out, because like they're both technically like the same guitar more or less, just like 20 years difference. And my original one, it's like super heavy, and it's like a made in Mexico Stratocaster that was made in like the 90s. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's cool, because I've been on the hunt for like a Fender from the 90s, because it's like I ain't ever going to afford a Fender from like the 60s or 70s. Yeah. But like the 90s, I could find something, for decent. And I'm like, no, I don't have to. I can just like kind of upgrade bits and pieces on that.
Right.
And it's been fun.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. And it keeps more, fun creativity and stuff like that, and been doing more like obscuration.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also coming out on the same day as Disclosure Day.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds fun.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, I mean, same thing, kind of. I ended up getting a bass guitar.
Oh, yeah.
A 5-string Ibanez, and I got it all tuned. It's kind of funny. We were trying to tune it, and with a piano, and we were an octave too high.
Oh.
At first, and so like the bottom, it's BEADG. Yeah, so the B string just popped because it was we were an octave too high. Yeah. And I was like, well, hey, learned. Like, what are you gonna do? It was the strings that came on the bass, so it's like you don't know the shape of those strings anyway.
Yeah,
so,
you might as well get fresh ones.
Yeah. So anyway, it wasn't too bad to replace that. And it's been fun. I've been kind of playing around with it. There's not a lot of some of the songs that I've been trying to play. There's not a whole lot of like tabs for bass guitar. Yeah. I mean, I know there is, but like one of them is just a guy doing the playthrough.
Oh yeah.
And so, but he has where your fingers are going to go and stuff. So I've been doing that.
Put it like on the screen.
Yeah, on the screen. But you can't just sit there and read it and just practice it and stuff. So
gotta like pause it.
Yeah. So anyway, been fun, kind of tapping back into that musical bit that I have. And yeah. It's
fun making music.
I'm not necessarily making any music right now. Well, I'm not writing
you're
music,
playing
but I'm
music,
playing
yeah,
music. Yeah. So I guess I just making music, but
Yeah.
So it's been fun with that. Got anything else? Like what have you done
in the Hobbs?
in the Hobbs? Hob
I did. I can put this on here. As we did. We went to a couple concerts.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. We went to Lorna Shore at the
Cool.
Cotillion.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. It was the Signs in the Swarm and Paleface Swiss were also there, and I hadn't listened to either of them. And both of them go like really hard too. And
Yeah.
it was.
It's always fun about like when you have like the openers and you don't know anything about them. I don't like to look. I'll look them up, but I don't like to listen to anything about them because I'm like, I'm just gonna let you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you tell me what I want it. Like, if you do a good job, then I'll listen. I think that's ended up how I got into like Good Tiger and Era.
Oh yeah.
It was like just I think we went to like an August Burns Red Between the Buried and Me concert, and Good Tiger opened for them. And I was like, I don't know anything about Good Tiger. So
Goddamn Fields.
goddamn RF Fields.
Yeah.
Crazy how those work.
Yeah.
Your phone's really noisy.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah. I know my phone has done it before, but it's not doing it now. So anyway.
Oh. And maybe also.
Yeah, I mean that's got a hum to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we saw Bring Me the Horizon and the Plot and You, Motionless and
Plot
White.
and You is fun.
I think that was it. Was it where we were? Yeah. Up in Kansas City for Jenna's birthday.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Nice. I think I ended up doing it was a improv show for like to raise money for Alzheimer's awareness. So that was fun. Yeah. A little fun just sitting at an improv show.
Yeah. Oh, at first I thought you meant like you went to, or like you did improv.
No, I just went and watched people do improv.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Where'd you go do that at?
I think it's like Flying Pig is like the little place it's called and stuff. But it's a couple different groups got together to do that and host that. And it's kind of like there's a little bit of like Whose Line It Is It Anyway kind of comedy skits and stuff. And then they do like this is this game and we need prompts from the audience and you do it and it's just fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just a little low key fun.
I always thought like doing going and seeing something like that or like to like one of the open mics or something like that.
Yeah.
Was it like Looney Bin or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah. I don't think I've been to Looney Bin in my life.
I haven't either.
Yeah. I know there's another one. There's like a live band karaoke at this. It's like I can't remember. It's kind of like a jazz club or something, but they do live band karaoke, which sounds cool. But
yeah.
Man,
I'm trying to think if I've ever actually like gone and seen like a comedian. I've seen Kevin Smith talk.
Yeah, and he's just kind of like very comedic.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know if I've ever been to like a stand-up comedy show. Anyway.
All right, so now, what are we here to talk about?
Hey, we're here to talk about music.
Music, and does this look like was this natural? Don't lie to us. Was that a natural switch?
Would you believe?
We actually took a break in between that. We normally don't. Tell us if that was natural.
Did it feel like we just like came right back?
Yeah, like did you even know that we were gone for like 10 minutes? Wow. Anyway, all right. So I guess we're gonna be talking about music. So what a good way to kind of do. What have you been listening to last month?
Yeah.
Let's get this party started.
Okay. So for the last month or so. I've been listening to a couple different like playlists have been.
Wow!
Good
Got any big hits on those playlists?
Yeah. So
After
there's one that's a good like '90s, 2000s dad rock new metal playlist that Jenna put together. She's great at playlists. She has a lot of good stuff. But got some Creed on there.
Yeah.
Nickelback. All the good stuff from there.
Oh, yeah.
And also some Third Eye Blind I listened to. I love their greatest hits collection.
Yeah.
It's just, it's what you need. You just need the hits. And it's so nice. And then other playlist is one that I started a few years ago when I was going to the Y and going for runs. And so it's called Big Runnin'. And so I've just been kind of like adding more to it. And it's basically just like really like heavy songs, like just stuff that's just kind of like.
Do you have like when you're doing playlists, when you get on a playlist, do you have like a song that you're like, I want to listen to this song first and then let it go? Or do you just kind of like just hit shuffle and just whatever happens?
I usually shuffle. And honestly, like I don't do playlists very often. Like
really?
I'm more of an album guy.
Okay.
I usually like if I'm going through on my Spotify and looking for something, I'm usually cruising through like the albums section.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll just kind of find that and then just start somewhere in there, or I'll just like podcasts or something like that. Yeah. But I do like if I do have a playlist, I just like doing it random because then it is fun because I don't know what's gonna come next.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
I kind of have like when I do playlists, I have one big playlist that I have everything in. And then I shuffle it, but I do have like songs that I'm like, I need, like when I'm into a song, it's going to be added to that playlist. So I'm going to pick that song first and listen to it, or I'm going to pick it throughout the day. Or like, I'm just going to, it's going to be a listen. I'm going to listen to it on my way to wherever I'm going.
Yeah.
But
do you like start with that and then let it go random?
Sometimes I'll start with it. I usually try to start with it because then I can just get it out of the way. But like sometimes it'll be like, it's stuck in my head. Or not maybe stuck in my head, but yeah, I'll like get it going, let the playlist go for a little bit. I'm like, all right, I need to go to the song. And then, yeah. So I do try. I have a couple songs like that right now, but yeah, that's how I usually do it.
What's your songs you've been going to?
Well, right now, I mean, I've been into the new Hayley Williams album.
Oh yeah.
Ego Death at the bachelorette party, and her song. She got like, I think I got like 6 songs from that album on my playlist, but Kill Me is like just locked into my head.
Yeah
And then Good Old Days and Brotherly Love, or Brotherly Hate, I can't remember. Love those are like my 3 favorite songs on the album. I've got like 6 others, but so I will sometimes just start my day like driving where I'm just like, I'm going to listen to this song because I'm really into that album right now. Or maybe not so much album because I think pop albums maybe aren't so bad, but like albums in general I do love listening to albums, especially when it's my first time into the album. Like the artist comes out with a brand new album, I try to like listen to the whole thing. But, or if like somebody's like, hey, can you listen to this band? This is my favorite song. I might listen to the whole album and then maybe not just that song. Just because I think, but I also have realized like lately, I haven't been diagnosed with anything or anything like that, but like I just have really short attention spans. And I just don't have the attention span to like really dive into albums. Yeah. Especially of late. And just kind of always been like that with my whole, like, kind of my whole life and stuff. That it takes a really special album for it to kind of get through that. Yeah. But yeah, no, her album, like, so I say when I listen to that album, I have listened to that album, but it's like, I don't just go like start to finish that whole album.
That makes sense. And like, it's kind of one of those things where realizing how other people do things, because then I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I do. I always just like, I'll pick like if there's a song that I want to listen to, I'll go to it on that album, and then I'll just kind of listen to that, or I'll immediately like go to something else. I like that method of like having like a playlist of like
that I just dump all my songs
that you like, and then you go to that, because I have like various playlists here and there, and I at one point attempted to do like playlists of like songs from like multiple eras of my life. Yeah. And I started that like 10 years ago and got, I don't know, like 3 playlists in, and I was like, that's a lot. So I have like my childhood and then like junior high, and that's like it.
Yeah. I mean, like this album this playlist I've been making for a long time, but I think it's up to like 700 songs, 800 songs.
Oh, that's cool.
Almost 800 songs. Yeah. But it's just songs that
you like.
As I get into it, I just kind of throw it on there. Maybe I'll find something new that I kind of liked. I'm like, ooh, cool. I'll just throw that on there. So then that way it'll pop up again, you know? Yeah. So it allows me to kind of like discover new music without it being like
You don't have to like necessarily search.
Right. Like if somebody says like, hey, can you check out this song or something? I don't have the attention span or like the willpower to be able to go check that band out. I don't want to like make them feel like I don't care.
Yeah.
So I'll take that song and I'll throw it on my playlist and I'll get to it. It'll pop up eventually. Especially newer stuff tends to pop up, I think, on my Spotify playlist more so than anything. But I also know Spotify playlists kind of just play the same songs and you're over and over again. Yeah. But and then so you listen to a couple playlists. I think the other album I was Snipe Hunter by Tyler Childers.
Yeah.
I got into it when it first came out, which was I think last year, and then this kind of getting back into it recently. I again, not the whole entire album, but I think I got a good majority of the songs on my playlist.
It's one that like the more I listen to it, the more the songs pop out to me that I'm like, oh yeah, I love that.
Same.
I forgot the name of the one, but the one at the end where he's talking about going to India and God, I forgot the name of it. It's like because it's like an Indian name or something like that.
Yeah,
but it's about like the Bhagavad Gita and like reading that and like it's just it's so funny because I was like, oh yeah, because he makes allusions to like kind of being like a bumpkin trying to figure out this other like culture.
Yep.
And I was like, oh yeah, I get that. I relate to that.
Yeah. So it's my foray into country's not been like I just never liked it for a long time, and then I think like him has and just having some there's some like Fishing in the Dark is just a great song.
Yeah.
I love that song. And so I've been kind of diving a little bit into country, mainly with like the Chicks, which I've always listened to the Chicks too. Same with like Fishing in the Dark, but Tyler Childers has kind of also helped that. And also noticed that like a lot of country artists are starting to kind of dive into pop a little bit. Yeah. And then you got some pop people kind of going into country. I haven't listened to the Beyonce country album. I don't know if that's my alley in any sort of capacity, but it's been kind of cool seeing like genre mixes and stuff. Which we've kind of always seen, I think, in metal. Like, granted, you're not mixing metal, but you have like pop punk, right? You have southern metal, and like metal's kind of always most of my time listening to metal, it always has sort of branched out through to other genres and pulled other things in, and now you're kind of seeing like the mainstream stuff it's probably always done that.
Yeah, I definitely think like the more quote unquote like out there genres like metal and things we're doing a lot of cross pollination for a long time. And I think it's just now that like music itself has done so much. I want to say this, and the artists that are big now are people that have grown up on everything.
Right. Like I want to say like pop and country have sort of done a really good job of cross pollinating with other things. Where I would say like hard rock, like you're kind of like your dad rock or your like your radio rock is still seems to be holding on to that sound a little bit, which
they really want it to just be the same thing forever.
It's like, hey, Nickelback worked, we're gonna just everybody's gonna keep sounding like Nickelback. Shinedown worked, everybody's gonna sound like Shinedown.
I always find it funny with a lot of the like rock bands, like as each generation kind of goes through, because it's like rock's typically like the young kids that are doing it. It's kind of, there's some level of subversion against like what's the mainstream at the time.
Right. Yeah.
And then that music kind of becomes, what that people are into. And it's always funny that like people like in like the rock genres, the fans of them will be like, it's never going to be like it was. And it's like, of course not.
Right.
Why do you want it to sound exactly the same like it did in, whatever decade you think?
But now those people are the ones making the music, it kind of feels like, in the populace. And so now I feel like rock is kind of stuck in this sort of like sounding the same. Everybody kind of sounds, I don't want to say everybody sounds the same. Everybody's going to be unique, but they all have this similar sounds.
Yeah.
And they're all the songs are about kind of close to the same thing. Kind of something that like I always thought about with country and stuff. And maybe like early 2000s, 90s country maybe had a little bit of that aspect to it. But I think rock's kind of going through that right now.
Yeah.
Where I think the people that listen to it and the people that are making the music are just, number one, trying to probably make money.
Yeah.
And number two, the people want to hear what they like.
Yeah.
And so there's no growth. There's no Anthrax plays with, who was that? They did that song. Anthrax did a song.
Yeah, no, I know. Oh man, yeah.
There's no Aerosmith with Run DMC.
Yeah, because
Public Enemy. Anthrax, the Public Enemy. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, like those were two huge moments that led to like Anthrax with Public Enemy led to like you can trace that to like Slipknot and Marilyn Manson and all these other like in the growth. Like it's not that necessarily that song sounds like those, but it was so different that it and people are like, oh, I can do different things and people are gonna like it because they liked this.
Yeah, I think rock's kind of like the last genre that hasn't done enough blending and melding with other ones like
used
recently.
to,
But also I think there's a little bit too of like I think a lot of stuff sounds similar too, just because of like how things are being produced these days. Because it's everybody's competing for so much. Not only just like how it was with the loudness wars, where you just wanted to be loud, but it's now you're competing with like literally everything else in the entire universe is at everybody's disposal. So it's like there's a lot of,
but like when you go to like pop. You know, there is every artist is very unique. Like Charlie, I think I was kind of my friend just showed me Charlie XCX, and like that. I know about that artist. I know some of their big hits. I don't know anything else. And going through this album, and my friends like walking me through it, and kind of like, oh, this is, and it was like, you know, like she's fairly she has a major in music, but it was interesting like how different that is to like Taylor Swift, to Sabrina Carpenter, to I think I got a couple other popular ones, Chappell Roan and stuff, and like you can get different styles. Olivia Rodrigo's another one. Like they're all just different, and it's interesting. Like pop's really doing a good job.
Yeah, and
I would say country's
rock
also
doesn't have a whole lot of like branching out, because I think like rock, it's, you know, the personality of rock is like, you kind of get locked into.
But metal's always done that, right?
Yeah,
metal is kind of like, well, we're always operating on the fringes anyway.
Yeah,
of like, well, this is, you know, but. So you do get a lot of experimenting and stuff.
Yeah,
and
rock's a weird spot because it's like music that got really popular that was built off of like rebellion, but now it's like so commercial, so it's kind of identity crisis.
And I would probably also say that it is, with saying that, it is probably commercial rock that's stuck in that way. You could probably get into like
every genre's got to have.
Yeah, I'm sure if you get into like this sub rock genres and get into it, maybe there is a lot of like different stuff. But you know, when you're talking about, you know, commercial pop versus commercial rock versus commercial country, two of the three seem to be branching out into new things and trying new things. And commercial rock seems to kind of just be, this is what makes us money, and our fans are our fans.
You know, honestly, I couldn't really tell you
I couldn't tell you a new
commercial rock band that's not one that's just been around for a long time.
Right, and that may be also the issue, is there just hasn't been a new commercial rock band. But so anyway, now that we went on that tangent,
right? Yeah. Hey, we needed content for music. Here we go.
did. We were struggling with that. All right, so we're gonna talk about music. We have kind of talked about, like, you know, every show we try to talk about, you know, what are you listening to right now? Do you have any, like, I guess we haven't really been doing the show for the full year, but I mean, I kind of been in Wichita for a year now. We're getting close to where we've started the show back up and stuff. So, what are some bands for the year that you've kind of like, or just whatever, what's been standing out for this year and stuff?
Kind of the first category is like a few bands that I'm lumping to like classics. Kind of kickstarting last year with like Ozzy and Black Sabbath. Like after he passed, I started listening to his audiobook and just learning more about like the formation of that band and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I need to go back and listen to Sabbath. Like I bet like there's some good stuff in there, and I've just never really like given a lot of time a day. There's also a lot of what you'd expect in there too. But I enjoy it on a different level now.
Sure.
And especially just learning some of the stories behind like the making of the albums, like Paranoid, the album with like all the hits was like recorded in like a day, basically. Like they just went to a studio and had like knock it out. Like it was.
Well, that's kind of like, old time like jazz musicians like Charles Mingus and stuff. I think we'll get in Protest the Hero. I remember watching a thing talking about jazz artists doing this, but like. They just went in and recorded it, and what it was is what it was.
Yeah,
and just it was done, moved on. Yeah, and you would just knock all that crap out in a day. Maybe you didn't write an album like you did. Maybe you do nowadays. You kind of. I'm sure they probably did.
You
have
were
ideas.
Like singles and stuff.
Yeah, you had singles.
Part,
you had your popular songs, but you didn't like. And you would put a whole album out there, but jazz is so based on like you get your kind of drum beat. You have your walking bass for your chords and stuff, and you're just scaling. It's a lot of scale work, improv. Or, it doesn't. Not all of it's improv. There's a lot of structure to it, but it's just interesting now.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, like I got a greater appreciation for that, and just picked up some new songs that I was like, oh, okay, like now there's more songs that I can throw into the rotation, and it's been fun as I've been getting kind of back into collecting records again a little bit, because I slowed way down for a while.
Yeah,
which I needed to. I got too many, but because like I don't buy a ton of like new albums, but I'll go back and I've been getting. Not necessarily like original, but like older presses of like the Black Sabbath albums. And I think I just have one more for like the Ozzy era that I need to get.
Nice.
And then in the similar category, like Fleetwood Mac.
Oh yeah.
Which I've heard bits and pieces of, but Jenna's been playing some of it. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's just really good. And we watched some like live performances from them back in like the 70s and stuff. And again, kind of a similar thing where it's just like, man, like, yeah, that stuff like goes so hard. And like putting yourself in the shoes of like the people back then, and you just hadn't heard something like that before.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that's some good shit.
No, there's a lot of like, like them, or like if you get into like Eric Clapton, like the Allman Brothers, or I'm sure you've probably heard me play it because I have their album, The Moody Blues. It's kind of more symphatic rock and stuff, but yeah, those like 60s, 70s stuff. Yeah, is for rock. I mean, it's really good.
Yeah.
So
some good stuff in there. I had one more that was in that category. Oh, a little bit like Pink Floyd.
Oh, okay.
I've already like liked Pink Floyd a little bit, but again, I picked up a couple like older albums, and I've always loved The Wall. Yeah, that's I guess that would be one that I would consider on like my like top albums, but not necessarily like top bands. Like
sure, yeah. Let's see here. That actually reminds me. So sorry, you reminded me to put a album in my thing so I can talk about it later. Is
that an album in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
So yeah, for me, I guess for bands this year, I kind of really dived into Circus Survive. I kind of always do. I weirdly enough, again, because I don't have the attention span to go through an entire album in a sitting, it can kind of take me a year to get through an album.
Yeah.
Like, just to really like, I'm probably listening to the entire thing a bunch of times, but to really like process it, understand it, sit through it. And maybe that's why it takes me so long, because I have to feel like I have to do those things. But Unless. Why does it take you so long? I don't know.
I have to feel it.
You feel so stressed about going through albums. Like, oh, stop. Please leave me alone.
Let me have my process.
I don't know you. You're a stranger. So
who am I arguing with right now?
Yeah.
It's just me.
It's crazy that I died. Yeah. It's crazy that I died after that.
Ego death.
So Circuit of Survive has been fun. One of their albums, which we'll get into later, has kind of been the one, but it's Blue Sky Noise. This year, I started getting into it a lot last year, but I think that's just kind of carried over, like as just one of my favorite albums of all time. A band that I knew about, but also got into, I think they've popped up here before, is A Lot Like Birds.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any like one album. They don't seem to have an album. They don't seem to have an album that I'm interested in from point A to point B. But they have some like really good songs, good solid songs, kind of intermittent in there. So they're a good playlist band.
Yeah.
I can listen to their hits, or I can just throw some like 4 or 5 songs in there from their discography into my album.
You know, it's gonna be a good time.
Yep. So they're fun. They've been fun. Got back into Devil Wears Prada.
Oh yeah,
with their new Flowers. That Flowers album was really good. Especially some of the stuff that I think the singles they released up to it were really good. So I haven't quite gotten fully into. I haven't fully listened to Flowers because it's stressful. It's stressful.
It's gonna take me a year, Mom.
It's gonna take me a year. Cut me some slack. No, I just. It's got me back into like Roots a little bit. Zombie EP's always the fun one of like, I'm just going to spend a day and listen to some Zombie EP, and just, that's kind of, I don't listen to a lot of really heavy metal anymore. And so Zombie EP, when I do get into, it's like, oh God, I haven't listened to heavy metal in so long.
I had the track from Zombie 2 pop up on my big running playlist. And I was like, I forgot that they did that. Yeah, that one also goes hard.
And then somebody I got into, again, probably 2 years ago, I saw them live. But I've really kind of started diving into their discography is Baby No Money.
Yeah.
BB, I like to say BB No Money.
BB.
And everyone's like, wait, isn't it baby? I'm like, yes, but it's fun to say BB.
Because isn't it spelled like BBY?
It's BB No and then the $sign. So BB Nos.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. No, he's fun. I don't know if there's anything like super like transcendent about it other than just it's good.
Yeah, no, Jenna's played it.
He's a good guy, and his music's very fun. Yeah, he's pretty good at it.
I'm trying to remember what we had seen him on.
Yeah, he's actually just a really good person. Yeah.
And
he has like he's not a one-hit wonder, but he has like a song that like super big hit during like TikTok era, COVID TikTok era, I want to say. And just his career took off from that, and so now he's just kind of like living on free money, like
nice, good for him.
Like just kind of maybe not free money, but he works hard. He puts a lot of albums out and stuff. But and then the last one, just a band that's just fun. Again, not so much transcendent to be like, God, these guys are just really smart. It's so great. But every time they come out with a new song, I just really love it, and we'll spend a couple weeks just listening to it. As Electric Callboy.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They'll put a new single out, and I'm like, oh damn! Like I'm like, it'll be like, it's funny. It's like they'll put a new single out, and I'm like, I don't know about this, and then I find something in it that like really clicks with me, and then all of a sudden the rest of the song starts to click.
I like bands like that, like, where it's like just a little bit of a challenge, not enough that it like totally turns me off, but like enough to be like, okay, I know there's something good in here.
Because there's funky, they're a funky band. They're very fun and funky. And then, especially with them being like, German and like electronic, and then there's still metal aspect of it. And they do a lot of like work with other artists and anyway, but they just they'll come out with new songs, and some of their singles just go from genre to genre, and they still have like very Electric Callboy things in there. It's I'll just find something.
Yeah.
And every single one. And I'm like, I don't know about the song. And then you're like, oh, okay, I like that. And then all of a sudden, now the rest of the song gets unlocked.
Yeah.
Because I found this one part. And so, they've been fun.
I love that. That's super cool.
Yeah. Okay, so
Okay. Hey, Dad.
How you doing?
How are you?
I have a Tamagotchi guy that talks like this.
Yeah.
And he talks, sometimes he goes like this.
I love that.
And every time I come around, he goes, oh,
Oh.
oh.
We're really considering getting Tamagotchi.
It's fun.
We watched Rhett and Link play it on one of the
Link falls in love with him. Yeah, right. That's so funny. No, it's so
Charles
fun.
on that one, he's all buff.
It's so funny. Yeah, I've got it's a fun little thing. It's kind of like Animal Crossing in a way, but yeah. And did you get into any new artists this year? Did any new ones stick out, or like some old ones that maybe you knew about you never really listened to?
Let's see. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of like new artists.
Really.
I'd
say like new artists. No, I don't think any new artists from this year have come out and been like, "Hey, that's a new artist and I like it."
Yeah.
But I think is it Noah Khan?
Yeah.
I know he's huge, and everybody loves him. And I finally kind of like listened to a couple songs. And it was like, oh, this he's very good. He's very good, good guy, good quality guy,
good quality music. Yeah.
Another one, Wet Leg was shown to me. I think they popped up on here, and then Hot Mulligans as well.
Nice.
But what's funny about Hot Mulligans is I think there's like one song I really love.
Yeah.
And the other ones I'm like, okay, like I like them, but that song in particular just stands out. So I didn't want to like get too crazy into them, but I don't know if they're like the band, but, and they had a song that I really liked enough to talk about it, but that's about it.
Man, there's nothing like else that I think is like too different than what I normally do. I did put down like the new Between the Buried and Me record, like as far as like something for the last year or so, which I've listened through like 2 or 3 times, not something super crazy, definitely not in the same level as I was with Colors 2, but that's also just like I consume music differently now than I did back then. Mm-hmm. So I was already sometimes slow to get to Between the Buried and Me stuff, still am now, but I really like what I've, every time I come back to it, I'm like, oh yeah, why haven't I been listening to this? This is fun. Yeah. And then
I've kind of noticed that this year for me is like I've been more or less. There's been times where I'm not listening to music. Yeah. Like I'll be like driving and I'm like, I just want silence. Yeah. I've noticed I've been doing that a little bit more.
It's really nice. Silence is underrated.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
I do that too sometimes where it's like if I'm just getting around. Because it's like with like TV with me. I've been someone that's always had to have the TV on. Yeah. Just for whatever. I didn't like silence, and now it's just like, no. And like if I can not be on my phone or have anything like playing like auditorially, like I just silence is nice. And then I know we'll talk about him a little bit too, but I put Tyler Childers on there because like that new album.
So good. I would say my 2 albums for this year were that Haley Williams and Tyler Childers. Yeah. Just in terms of an entire album. Yeah.
It's so good. And Tyler Childers, I mean, I've been into him for a few years-ish, but like, I don't think I really talked about him like too much like last time I did Two Beans. I consider him somewhat of a new artist, but yeah, I really like him. Like every album's kind of a different thing.
Yep. All right. Well then. Anything else before we get into the big stuff?
Into the Big Daddy.
We're going to go into Big Dad. Is that just a Big Dad, or are you just happy to see me?
You got a hot dog in
I got one Big Dad in my pocket, and the other one giving a high five.
Walking down the street with hot dog in my pocket.
And then the man says, hey, you want a bun?
Yeah.
Y'all. Huh? And then I took his bun, I threw it on the ground, and I ate the hot dog, hand and all.
And then he died, like right after that.
It's crazy. Yeah. Talk about 2 hot dogs, 1 stone, 2 hot dogs in a bush better than 1 stone.
There's just a bush in your pocket. Or you
just happen to see me. Oh shoot. Okay. So all right, big question. Big we have two big questions. We have what started off as the prompt of top bands of all time. I mean, we did that. We did a little bit of that. And then we kind of got into, well, there's some really good friggin' albums that make those bands up there, but I can't put them in top bands of all, or my personal top bands of all time. So let's start with that. What's your favorite albums of all time? I mean, not of all time, just some really good albums that just like the entire album stands out as like, damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw out a couple because this is. I know I have a lot of albums like this. I just didn't think of them. But so Weezer.
Yes.
Like that first album, the Blue album, holds up. I feel like really well. It used to be kind of a tie between it and Pinkerton. I love the raw energy of Pinkerton, but there are some things that are kind of cringe, especially like just in hindsight. You're like, okay, how many times are you gonna sing about that? But the Blue album, just pretty solid, great guitar tone, like produced really well, but still sounds like, I don't know, just got a big beefy tone to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, and then they had the hit of all time, Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills, yes.
Beverly Hills. Fucking song. I do love that song. It's so crazy.
I was like, was that with the same producer? It was not.
Yeah, no. Because I was like, for one of them. I remember that was my first foray into Weezer. Was that song came out,
yeah.
and then eventually it was like Pinkerton and Blue album, and it was like, oh, this is not that, and this is actually better than that.
Yeah,
like oh, But then what's funny is like Beverly Hills though is like, I have like such a nostalgia song, love for that song. It's not good as the other two.
Yeah.
But I do, like, if I'm going to pick a Weezer song, it's probably going to be Beverly Hills.
Yeah. And I also, that's an album. I do love that album too. Like, Weezer albums are ones that, like, I can listen through all the way through. It's just that, like, from the first one is where the love is, like, super good and it just dissipates a little bit. It's like the Big Bang, where it just, it's gradually entropy. But yeah, like, that one's, like, right in the middle where it's, like, it's great, but it's all very cheesy. But like still goes hard and there's some good riffs in there.
Yeah. Let's see here. From album for me, I think we've talked about it a little bit, but Tyler Childers' Purgatory album.
Yeah.
Purgatory album is a great.
I can't believe I almost died after that.
I can't believe I just died right now. No, that Purgatory is such a good album. I think it's White House Road is definitely my favorite on that album.
Okay.
Yeah, absolute my favorite.
Yeah.
And then is it Feathered Indians and Lady May. Yeah.
Lady May.
Lady May is good. Yeah. And then Purgatory is good. Yep. But it doesn't have probably my actual favorite song of all time, which is All Yorn. Which everybody's gonna be like, you're all Yorn, get the out of here, the poser. Yeah, well, it's a good song, dude. It's a good song.
It's a good song.
Leave me the alone. Leave me alone, Dad. You don't even like Tyler Childers. You don't even know who that is.
Yeah. Purgatory is really good, and then I like what's the name of that one? Is it Can I Take My Hounds to Heaven? It's one that he did. It was like 4 years ago. And it has, I think, a song or two from Purgatory on it. Cause there's like a couple like where he's like redone his own songs. There's like a cover song.
Yeah. That man loves to redo Nose to the Grindstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny. The Nose to the Grindstone on the new album, he got rid of the F word.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the album, there's more, especially in like that first song, just like throwing it in there. So good. But it's like that's Nose on the Grindstone's like the commercial song.
It is,
like,
yeah.
I love that song.
It's a good song. It's funny because it's like it's there's just new versions of it.
Yeah. I think this is the first time it's on like one of his like studio albums,
and he does a very good job. The piano, not piano, but the kind of organ stuff that he adds in.
His band is really good too.
Oh yeah,
we got to see him a couple years ago, and they put on such a good show.
So yeah, your next album.
Next one that I wrote down was Pretty Odd by Panic at the Disco.
That is odd.
It is a little odd, yeah. A band that I really like outside of that I don't listen to. There's a couple songs on the first album, whatever the name of the big hit was is fun, but that one I love the whole album, and I bought it like at Walmart back in the day, just on a whim because it looked neat, and I was like, sure. And it's so whimsical, and it's like not all acoustic, but it sounds like it was like written in like the woods. Like it's just very like kind of like fairy like. It's I think you'd enjoy it if you. But that's whatever.
Well, give me a year.
Yeah,
give me a year, and I'll get it to you.
I'm like, no, I don't want to pressure you because I know how that goes. It's like I feel like it's like it's like a grandma aesthetic pop album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have a bunch of Panic at the Disco people coming for your head if
it's
you got that wrong.
Yeah.
All 5 of the listeners that are Panic at the Disco.
Yeah. Pee-pee at the disco.
Pee-pee at the disco. Me when I pee-pee at the disco. All right, John, dude.
They're like, sir, you need to leave.
Sir, you need to leave. I just pee-peed.
I just pee-peed.
I pee-peed. My next one, I think, is one that we probably both share, but yours is Colors 2. All right, we got into it a little bit, and we're gonna get into it now. I, for the longest time, didn't understand why people. I understood Between the Buried and Me was very good. They're very good at what they do. I don't understand because our group of friends loved them, and I was like, I don't understand it. They're good, but I don't understand why we love them.
Yeah.
And then I find out that about the attention span thing.
Right.
As I start to explore myself, and I haven't been diagnosed with ADHD. Doesn't really make sense for me to take the test because I don't do medication and stuff like that. It's something I have a handle on. I've kind of had a handle on it, but anyway, Colors 2 of all their albums, because all their albums are very much, I feel like they're one song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, is it The Great Misdirect?
Yeah.
It probably was my favorite album by them. But I can't, and I used to listen to that one, like from point A to point B in like I'm going to fall asleep kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But.
And that one you're like locked in because like, I think most of the tracks are 9 to 17 minutes long on that album. So like you really have to just listen to the whole album if you're going to do.
And I want to say Colors and you brought up a good point, like how like some of like it's hard to like in Colors they have like 1 or 2 songs. The whole entire thing's very good. But there's no song that like stands out. There's moments in the middle of the songs, or maybe there's a song that stands out, but there's nothing that's like, I'm going to listen to just this song. Sometimes. I mean, sometimes you're like, I really got to listen to that
I'm still going to listen to prequel, the sequel. I just know it's going to start abruptly and end abruptly.
Yeah. But like Colors 2, I think does such a great job of giving you that, where all the songs, not all the songs, but a lot of the songs do sort of like, they're their own little journey.
Yeah.
They're their own chapter in that whole entire story of that album.
Yeah.
Or like a TV show where you have your favorite episodes and you want to go back and watch your favorite episodes.
Yeah.
It's more like that.
Yeah. It's got a good overall story arc, but you can also just go back and watch like a really good episode.
Right. Yeah. And I think that like they have a lot of albums that are really good TV shows.
Yeah.
But no good, maybe a good episode, not a bunch of good episodes.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's good moments in those episodes, but there's nothing. But anyway, the Colors 2, I think, just gives you a really good balance of all of it.
Yeah.
And I think Colors 2, for a band that like just I appreciated, I could enjoy it. Colors 2 really unlocked it.
Yeah.
And made me like fully understand. Now I still like the old stuff isn't necessarily for me, but then it was like, oh no, this is.
You get it a little bit.
I get it now.
Yeah.
And then I also, again, now understanding where I'm at with my attention stuff and kind of exploring that side of me is something kind of done this year of like, I'm not finishing projects or like, I'm not.
You can just feel like less like guilty about it or feel or like, like less having to have a story about it. It's just like, oh yeah, I have a hard time paying attention that long. Yep. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's how the brain works.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So anyway, Colors 2.
Yeah.
Such a good album.
Yeah.
It is. I remember when it came out. So good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That one was like the anthem for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Listened to that one a lot when I was like on my big running playlist.
Yeah.
And also like that's a good point too, where it's like there's a couple songs from Colors 2 on the big running playlist, which it's like they fit in so much better on there versus like if I were to pull like Disease, Injury, and Madness off of which is probably on there honestly, but it's like, okay, we're going along and listening to these heavy songs and then boom, now we're hit with this 15-minute long like cinematic heavy song with like wolves in the middle of it. Yep.
Yeah, so Colors 2 is so good. Anyway.
Yeah.
Your next album.
Those are the only two like I wrote down. And
oh really? Okay. I did write a bunch. We'll see if we can. So my next one is Black Holes and Revelations by Muse. Ooh. Yeah, it's a good one. It's got like Assassin, Knights of Sidonia, which is probably one of my favorite songs of all time. There's a couple other songs, but those two are always the ones that stand out for me. But man, it's just it's another one of those. It's a really good album. I remember Knights of Sidonia when I was a kid. I used to stay up and watch VH1 music videos.
Yeah.
And Knights of Sidonia came on, and I was like, "Oh, this song is so cool." Never listened to it ever again, right? And then it came out on Guitar Hero 3, and I was like, I know this song.
Yeah.
And so it was one of those times where like in probably like one of the very first times in my life where, cause I was a kid, where it was like, I know this song. I found this song by myself.
Yeah.
And and the music video, so it's kind of fun and goofy. It's like cowboys but like it's like futuristic spacey kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're cowboys. Anyway, no, it's a good album. Muse is a very good band. I think they get I think they're very one of those bands that like you either really like their sound or you're like, I don't get it. And then and then kind of like Tim Burton, where it's, and then the people who like listen to music, like, I don't understand how you don't like this band. I do kind of understand.
Right, yeah.
Muse
See, that's
not
the
for
thing. Is like,
everybody,
honestly, I don't think I've ever really like listened to Muse. My only experience with Muse has mostly been people that were like that. Like when it was like 2010, they're like the best band ever. Don't you know that? And it's like, it was me also in 2010 being like, well, don't you know Three Eyes of the Dead's the best band ever?
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare you? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say they're definitely not the best band ever. They're not even my best favorite. And there's a couple other albums that I could throw on here, but that one's just, that's the album that got me into them.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the albums without that album. And Knights of Sidonia is probably a top 10 favorite song of mine.
Okay. I'll have to check them out and give them fresh listen. Because like I said, I've never really, if I have listened to them, I didn't register.
I don't even know if I would recommend Black Holes and Revelations like as like the first one for somebody to get into, because I think some of their older stuff's maybe more up your alley. Okay, but Black Holes and Revelations is very good, and then they start from there. They do start to get a little bit more poppy, which is still very good. It's just they're more of a rock band in those first albums.
Okay,
and with some pop influences and some like very good other musical influences. So yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
I got.
Oh, it's Missy.
Oh, she's coming to kill me. She's gonna cut my wrists.
Guest Bean going to murder everybody.
I jiggle her pooch. It's actually my fault that she hates me.
Yeah,
but
she's asking for it.
I'm not gonna. Okay. The next one would be Morning View by Incubus.
Yeah, I love that album.
That one's a really good one. I don't know if I could tell you. There's Aqueous Transmission.
Yeah. I love that ending.
God, what's that song? It's there's a couple songs on it.
Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I like that one. That was
Nice to Know You. Wish You Were Here.
Yeah. Oh man, that's one that I got at Hastings. I went up to randomly, and that's one of the reasons why I like that one so much, because it was before there was a lot of albums from our era that was on vinyl.
Yep.
When I got it, so it was kind of like, oh well, okay, I know them and I know that album well enough, and then it's like, well, I guess I'm gonna listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, Make Yourself is also a really good album by them too, but Morning View, I kind of like to do it when I'm painting. Or I'll be painting stuff, and it's like I just need something to just kind of be really chill and on. Yeah. And every once in a while, I can kind of dance to it or something like that. Yeah. But it really keeps me I'm staying focused on the thing that I'm doing. Yeah. So yeah, Morning View is very good. Morning View is very good.
Yeah. Love that one.
Yep.
Ready for top?
Well, I've got some more albums here, but I've got a deep cut one in Let It Enfold You by Senses Fail.
Ooh, deep cut.
Deep cut. Probably one of my first forays into sort of that emo genre. I think a lot of people are like Panic at the Disco's theirs, or
My Chemical.
Yeah, My Chemical Romance.
Romance novel.
I mean, I loved My Chemical Romance, but Senses Fail was mine. Uh-huh. And so that album, Let It Enfold You, is really good. Dookie and Nimrod.
Oh,
both.
Yeah.
Green Day. You could probably throw Green Day in my top bands of all time, and I'd be like, yeah, I don't disagree. But
yeah,
they have 3 really good albums, and I kind of it's not that any of their newer stuff's bad. It's not those 3 other albums. And
yeah.
American Idiot, again, is kind of more of a mood thing, whereas you could throw Dookie and Nimrod on at any time.
Yeah.
And I love listening to both of those albums. I think I have both on vinyl as well.
Nice. Yeah.
And then last one that I just threw on last minute because we kind of brought it up was Days of Future Past by Moody Blues, which is kind of the rock version of Between the Buried and Me.
Yeah.
Kind of more of a rock opera, or not opera, rock symphony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to try that one again. I at one point had that on vinyl, but I don't think I
Knights of White Satin is the
to it
big
before
one.
I ended up trading it or something.
Yeah, most people are gonna know Knights of White Satin, but the whole entire album's really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it's 70s Between the Buried and Me.
Yeah. I like that. Is that like some old like King Crimson and that
without knowing too much about King Crimson, yeah,
just older progressive.
Yeah, it is. It's very
rock.
the whole thing is just it's kind of like a day, right? All the songs are Nights in White Satins at the end because it's a night. You have the morning, sunrise, stuff names of those songs and stuff, and then and so the songs all kind of that's kind of how they're also progress is as the day goes and stuff. So
shout out.
Yeah, very good.
So check that out.
So anyway, all right. So now I guess we're ready for top bands of all time.
Of all time.
Wombo Wimbo. Shout out the guy who does that for Dune.
Yes, I would like to apply for the job of the.
My favorite artist of all time is the guy goes.
We watch Survivor every time they have to go to the voting place. They're like, yo, we all do it.
One bumba yum bumba. That's funny. All right, who's your first band?
Okay, this is in no particular order. I'm gonna start with Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi?
In and all around Bon Jovi.
all the Bon Jovis, really.
If I can lump the Bon Jovi and John Bon Jovi's solo stuff.
Oh, I forget he does do so.
He does have a couple solo.
It's funny to me that Bon Jovi as solo career of John Bon Jovi. Yep. I bet he has the ego. He's got an ego.
You know what's funny? Is
he might be really nice.
Yeah, from what I can tell, he's actually like pretty nice, like humble guy. Like
I guess
he and his wife have like a soup kitchen in New Jersey.
Nice.
And
I guess you could have an ego and still be a really good guy, but like,
well, and when. So he was just kind of like working in like recording studios, but was like into music and recording stuff and recording demos. And basically, like, he recorded, I think it was like Runaway, and got picked up by a radio station and like got signed to a label, but he didn't have a band or like a name. So he just like put that down, and then like through different means, like people came together to like. To actually like be the band,
yeah, okay, yeah. So the band is Bon Jovi, and then
yeah. It's spelled his real way. It's like Bongiovi or something like that. It's like all one word. It's Italian. It's like Bon Jovi.
It's Italian.
Yeah, Bon Jovi.
I speak a little Italian.
Arrivederci.
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi, but yeah, no. I'll say I like all their eras. The 80s, rock stuff is always fun. Like everybody loves Slippery When Wet and New Jersey. Those albums got.
I will say, like, knowing you, it is just kind of a out of left field that Bon Jovi's like one of your favorites. Yeah, like.
I've always known that.
I've always known that, so it's actually not. But like, if I was to just cold meet you and you were showing me music. And then all of a sudden, and one of my favorite bands is Bon Jovi. I'd be like, okay, cool.
There's not a whole lot that bridges the gap between him and like some of the other stuff.
Right.
But yeah, just kind of discovered them at the right time, like when their album Crush was coming out, and like again, like watching music videos on VH1.
Yep.
It was just like, oh, this is really cool. Like I thought they were kind of like a newer band. I didn't know that they had been around like at that point for like 20 years. Yeah, and the new stuff is what it is, but like they're still going out there and doing good work and stuff like that. Yeah. What about you?
So I guess in no particular order, but kind of particular. I'm gonna throw the one that probably is like the least connected to. It is in my top 5 or in my top favorite, but it's kind of a newer edition. And mainly because like a lot of the albums that I loved came out way before I was actually into them.
Yeah.
Which would be Under Oath.
Yeah.
Like and then for that, the album that got me into Under Oath was Erase Me.
Okay.
We had Matt who loved Under Oath. So I always knew about Under Oath. I always flirted with Define the Great Line and They're Only Chasing Safety. And oh gosh, there's another one that's really good. I just can't remember it. Under Oath.
Under goats.
Under my goats.
I have a big bag of oats over here, and I left my car keys under oats.
Lost in the Sound of Separation is also. I forgot to throw that album on here, and then. But anyway, so I think Lost in the Sound of Separation was like one that I flirted with a lot. I listened to it. I'm like, oh yeah, I think I could like them, but. Anyway. So I always kind of was like, no, I like Under Oath, but I like maybe didn't like, they weren't my favorite or anything. And then Erase Me came out, and it was such a good album. And then I went to go see them live. They opened for another band. They didn't open, they headlined, but they had another band that's on this. They had the Plot in You. And that was like the third really time I've seen Plot in You. And this was kind of like the newer The Plot in You. I saw the older versions of it, but that was like, oh my God. And then
they've gotten really good.
They've gotten really good, but they're another band that opened for them was another one on here, so I won't get into it. But that was such a fun show, and it was so good, and it really just like clicked. And Define the Great Line, They're Only Chasing Safety, and Lost in Sound Separation, and even like The Changing of Times, like their very first album where they still had Dallas.
Oh yeah,
is good. So yeah, Under Oath, like I missed their entire like run that I love.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't want to say like everything after Erase Me's been like, I don't even actually think I've listened to it. I think Erase Me was out, loved it, saw them live, went back. all of those albums are so good.
Yeah.
So good. And yeah. So yeah, they're now up there. So I kind of put them like as in like they're in my top favorite.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird for me to have them in my top favorite because I just didn't listen to them when they were putting that stuff out.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like you weren't around for Bon Jovi. Yeah, that's not your fault. You weren't born by then.
I can't be a fan because I was not born in 1986.
I'm not saying I can't be a fan. I think you should very much be a fan. It's just, and I think you can very much put, I don't want to say like, I just think like in terms of connection.
Yeah.
Like my connection's a very different kind of connection than somebody who was like listening to that music as it was coming out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. For sure. Next up, I said I wasn't going to do it in order, and then I started thinking way too hard about the order. I'm gonna go Protest the Hero on this one.
Okay. Yep. Probably if you asked me a couple, probably 5 years ago, probably could have probably. I don't think I was into Protest the Hero 4 or 5 years ago. I think I got out of them before you.
Yeah.
But no, gosh, what was that album? Pacific
Myth.
Pacific Myth came out when I was living in that apartment across the street from you guys. And I remember getting that album where I have all 5 of the albums.
Yeah.
So if you would have asked me then, they would have been my top 5.
Yeah. And like they're still like heavy rotation. I do listen to them quite a bit. I think the main reason like I didn't maybe pin them as like the top band is just because like I do kind of have to be in the mood because it is like very jumbly. And it's funny like I also I find a lot of clicking with what I listen to and like my flavor of ADHD because I like Protest the Hero and Between the Buried and Me because of the complexity, because it gives my brain something to grab onto.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I can follow this, and it shuts up the noise of everything else. Mm-hmm. It's one way. It's a way of meditation because it like helps calm the waters of everything else. Right. But sometimes listening to Protest the Hero doesn't necessarily calm it. It's stemming for the mind, but like it works in some ways. But I love their musicianship. Obviously, like it's just incredible. But their songwriting's really good too, and I feel like it's only gotten better with time. I love Rhodey's vocals. At first I didn't care for that, but that was just more. It was me, not them. And I love that their music's always been like the messages have been like fairly progressive and just like. The early stuff was like well written from like when like RF was like writing the lyrics and it had like a storyline and stuff like that. And then I love the stuff that Rhodey writes because it's more just like more personal and more kind of direct. And I love both styles of it. So there is like a flavor for most things. But yeah, they're great and always inspiring too.
I was gonna say Scurrilous definitely like is one of those still that pops up. Like I think Fortress and Keziah and Pacific. I have one song from Pacific Myth. They'll pop up on my playlist, but like sometimes Volition. I forgot about Volition. Yeah. But that's crazy. Volition probably would have been at one point my favorite because it was the cleanest. Probably like the good combination of where they were at their point, and then with the recording.
Yeah, it's a really solid. Yeah, because
sometimes like you'll run into like you remember Beneath the Sky.
Yeah,
where like some of their best work was just on these dog shit recordings.
Yeah,
and as you start to move through their stuff, they're not as good, but it sounds the quality of it, and you're like, well, it's still a good album. But anyway,
right.
Beneath the Sky, shout out to them.
I know, yeah. Damn. They're another band I'll like randomly remember, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna listen to that album. I'll do that hard for like a week, and then I'll forget about it.
I think their very first album's so good, but their second
just
one
sounds like dog shit.
Their second one is kind of a good mixture of like really good songwriting with quality's a little bit improved.
Yeah.
Where the third one's best quality, but probably the worst songwriting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, getting into like Scurrilous is probably my favorite, but Volition is so funny because I think it is that, but Volition's probably now, after being away from them for so long, Volition's probably my least favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And without knowing any new stuff after Pacific Myth.
Yeah. They've only had just the one album.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But like...
I think they have something new that they've been working on.
Yeah, I mean, I remember they're kind of notorious taking a while to get through stuff.
And right now, it's just Rhodey and Tim are the only, like, still touring members that are, like, original. And I think Luke still writes, but he doesn't, like, tour.
Is he the guy who's the bass? Because they had, for a while, they had, like, their guy who does the recordings for them was their bassist for a little bit.
No, they just have, like, a touring bassist, I think. I don't know who, like, records. It may still be the same, like, producer that does that, and then someone else. And then the drummer that they got, like, after Volition, he left, I don't know, sometime in the last, like, couple of years or so.
Oh, okay.
So, like, yeah, like, on tour, it's just the rhythm guitarist and Rhodey.
Okay.
And then the other lead guitarist still, like, writes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, if you ever get around to it, Palimpsest, the one that came out in, like, 2020.
I remember you showing me it, yeah.
I really liked that one. Especially, like, that one's a good balance of, like, it is Rhodey writing the lyrics, but they are, like, very, like, politically charged and, like, a lot of cool stories about, like, forgotten characters in American mythology and culture and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to say when that one came out, I was getting kind of burnt out. I think I was burnt out of them, and you were super into them, and so you were like, "You gotta listen." I'm like, "Yeah," I'm like, "Yeah, I will." Yeah. And I was like,
"I just cut people a lot of slack for not listening."
Yeah, and I was like, "I'm just burnt out of them because we really got into them." And then Pacific Myth was such a fun thing. Then that album was coming out, and how they released it, and how they got people involved, and.
I really liked that one.
Yep. All right. Then for me. A band that I loved for a good portion of my life. And for a good portion of my adult life where I probably wasn't the happiest or the struggling a lot. Just learning new things about me and, going through some very bad things. But unfortunately, because of some singer stuff... The singer not being as good of a person, I've kind of fallen out of them. And they have a new singer now. He's very good. They're still putting out pretty good new albums. I just think and the albums on the list are going to be the one with the crappy, like the just not a good guy. He's a very good singer. But Dance Gavin Dance. Yeah. They're the ones that opened for Under Oath. When I went and saw Under Oath, and they were kind of the reason why I went to go see Under Oath. I was like, well, Under Oath's doing Erase Me, and this was a good album, but Dance is opening for him, so I'm going to go see that. Very good band. They have probably, it seems like their singers are all pieces of shit. I don't know about the guy before Tillian. I can never remember his name. He's a very popular singer.
But yeah, I know who you're talking about.
But I can't remember his name. But he's the one that like kind of was like one of your known like drugs, but not a good person singers. But Tillian, very good singer, had that stuff. Yeah, and I didn't like the way he handled it. But it doesn't change the fact that like Mothership, Instant Gratification, Acceptance Speech, Afterburner is like those are 4 really good albums. Yeah. Acceptance Speech was like I think his first one that they ended up remaking. I actually recommend going to listen to the remastered version's good. Yeah. It's very good, it's very clean, but that original one, the original Acceptance Speech is better.
What's the album that had did it have like trees?
So the Tree Cities, they just came out with another version of that. So that I think those are like live albums.
Okay, then I'm thinking of something different then.
Okay, yeah, but Afterburner is I think probably the last album that I listened to, and I think that was the last album by Tillian. They do a lot of singles, which are really good. Will Swan, their guitarist, is just an amazing guitarist.
Yeah, I've seen videos of him playing stuff.
Really good guitarist. Their drummer's good, I think, and obviously they're the whole Tillian stuff I think started when their bassist passed away. It's Tim Ferrick, but that's not to excuse what Tillian did, but yeah, it's unfortunate that kind of took me out of it. Yeah, but
it sucks.
Yeah, yeah. But no, they're just, I got so into them and that I can't not have them in my top 5.
Yeah.
And I just, now I have that caveat, but
right.
And I haven't really listened to them a whole lot. They're on my playlist still. They still pop up and stuff. They still have some good songs, and their new singer's very good. And and maybe I'll eventually get back into it. But right now I'm just kind of.
It's like a reverse As I Lay Dying.
I still refuse to get into As I Lay Dying because I just didn't agree with the way Tillian handled that stuff because it's kind of like, but the As I Lay Dying stuff like that and.
Yeah.
I know you're legally not a murderer if you don't get away with it, but like you still tried to murder your wife.
Yeah. And
and I know he tried to do a hitman or whatever. And
I give people the benefit of the doubt, and I generally have a fairly open heart towards like people being able to change and whatnot. But like, it was definitely, it's been disheartening where it's like, okay, like he learned your lesson or whatever, and like made a big deal about like coming back and whatnot, and then has just been terrible to everybody, including like new wife, and then like every other band member that was in there has all left. Like it's just him and whoever touring musicians are there now. But
anyway, your next one.
Next up, I am gonna say him.
Him.
Yeah.
Who?
Him who?
Him who?
His Infernal Majesty.
Oh.
to be precise.
Is this the one that when we used to listen to we used to hang out and play music videos and you would play it and it'd be like 20-minute long? Or is that Manchester?
God.
It was it was either him or Manchester.
Either of them have 20-minute videos.
I don't know if
I may have done like a 20-minute live video or something.
No, I can't remember. It may not have been 20 minutes, but it would be like this kind of heavier, kind of like heavier mood.
Yeah, so him is like, it's like kind of like gothic metal. Yeah. I mean, if you've seen like, or were familiar with like BAM in like the 2000s, where he's got like the heartogram. Or it's like the pentagram, both a heart or whatever.
Yeah.
That's from him. And it's just, love metal is what it's like called or whatever. But no, they're kind of another one of those bands where it's like, I may not listen to them all the time, but I go back to them like pretty consistently like throughout my life. And especially like the very first album, Greatest Love Songs, Volume 666. It's one of those where it's like, I mean, the production's not bad or anything, but it was like 1996 or something like that. So it was like very raw, and the guitar tone's just so sick. And there's the song "Our Diabolical Rapture," and it's just like, the guitar riff's so heavy. But and like each album for them is a little bit different, and they got lighter over time. But they're, I don't know, it just tickles the right spot. And then the singer Villavallo is still doing like solo stuff, like it's called like VV or whatever. But yeah, and also just he's a nice guy.
Nice, cool. Yep. Next one on my list, and mine kind of all like are in that category of like I always circle back to them. Like obviously, Dance Gavin Dance is one of those where I haven't, and then Under Oath, it's kind of hard to say I circle back to them when it started so late. But like it's just always like their songs are always there, and I'm never like not in the mood to like listen to them.
Yeah,
in a way. So then the next one for me would be Devil Wears Prada.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've been listening to them since what's their very first one? With Love.
Dear Love, A Beautiful Discord.
Yeah, Dear Love, and then but like Roots, Plagues are like probably Roots is my favorite album.
It's definitely where they like perfected their
sound,
that era of what they were doing.
Yeah, and like Plagues is very good, but Plagues is a little different, and then you got the Zombie EP, which is just probably the heaviest thing sometimes like you can listen to. Like I know there's other heavier stuff, but like the way that one like hits, just is like damn. Like I was like, y'all be listening like there's nothing fucking heavier than this.
I think Outnumbered. I think that's the one that's like my favorite.
Outnumbered is one of the top 3 heaviest songs I've ever listened to in my life. And
isn't that the one that starts with like the break?
Yeah. Yeah. But like I've listened to Acacia Strain, After the Burial, Whitechapel, is it Oceano?
One of them, yeah.
Chelsea Grin. I've listened to all these super heavy bands. Is it Lorna Shore?
Yeah.
Impending Doom, stuff like Rose Funeral, but that outnumbered. Just the way it hits is the heaviest song I've ever listened to in my entire life. Like, you can disagree. Cool. It's your American right to be wrong.
Right.
And then I've kind of like Flowers came out, and that's been fun to kind of start. I'm working through that. The Act. That's one with Chemical and Lines in Your Hands. That is a beautiful album.
Yeah.
And like even some of their because they kind of had like a little bit after Zombie EP where like every other album was okay.
Yeah.
Like Space EP was fun. But Transit Blues is when they started getting into their new sound.
Yeah.
I want to say I think maybe a little bit ahead of time because his voice starts going. Mike's voice has started to kind of erode, but Transit Blues is when Jeremy started kind of taking more vocal responsibility, and that one's really good. But I think the Act is like where they really nailed it. And then I'm still working through Flowers, but I think there's a couple other. There might be another.
Yeah, I think there's like Color Decay.
Yeah,
was one that was in there,
and I think I missed that one.
Yeah,
but
and then the Zombie 2.
Zombie 2. I did miss Zombie 2 and Color Decay, but like they just have so many albums that I love, and they've just the way they've grown so much.
Yeah.
I think because you had to doing what you could not keep up Plagues and Roots and Dear Love. You just could not keep doing that for this long.
For sure, yeah. And the way those were, it's just like it was kind of how that stuff was written at the time, It's like they were all like teenagers,
Right. Those 3 albums are so good because they came out in that time.
Yeah.
And but now they're so different. It's still really good and really cool. Whereas like a band that would probably be in my top 5 if I just hadn't fallen completely out would be August Burns Red.
Yeah. The band who's done the same thing, but not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way, but they've been they kind of stick with the sound and just keep sticking it out.
They've been very consistent.
Very consistent. And it works for them. Messengers and God, what's the other one?
That's another album that I should have put that in my top.
I should have too. They have 2 albums that are just...
Perfect album. Not a bad song on there.
God, what's their other album? I've seen the 10-year anniversary of it as well. But no, it's August Burns Red probably would be on... It's got Mariana's Trench.
Oh, yeah. Is it Leveler?
Constellations.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good fucking album. And Messengers. And they have a lot of other... We saw them a shit ton. We used to go travel to see them. We went to Chicago to see them, St. Louis to see them.
Yeah.
I've seen them in KC. I think that was when I went and saw Constellations 10-year anniversary for that. I think Chicago Messengers 10-year anniversary is the greatest concert I've ever been to. Because Protest the Hero and them...
That was great.
And then, Protest Hero played Blood Meat.
Yeah.
There's just something, though, that, like, Devil Wears Prada has done.
Yeah.
That I think puts them above August Burns Red. Excuse me.
Sorry.
You did the one off to the side, and then just like...
The first one just
snuck
happened.
Up. That's the one. But, no.
Little treat.
Yeah, Devil Wears Prada. And like I said, I probably would have put August Burns Red in, but I just ran out of room.
We're just winging it.
Yeah, we're winging it. All right, next one.
Next one for me is Manchester Orchestra.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I was saying it was Manchester, and I was like, what's the second word?
Yeah, yep.
The great M.O.
The Mo. Band that's been also like very consistent, but like each album again is kind of like its own journey type of a thing. You can't get too hooked to like, oh man, I love their sound on this one. I hope the next one sounds like it. It's like it's not. You just gotta be. It'll sound like Manchester Orchestra.
Sure, yeah.
It always sounds like Manchester, but like one will be kind of like heavy and raw, and the other one will be a little more like subdued, and the other one will be spacey and roomy, and the other one's more intimate. but yeah, just they write really good, heartfelt songs, but like the people in the band are really good people, and like they're lighthearted. Like the songs can be serious, but the people in the band are not like overly serious and don't take themselves too seriously. And man, their drummer just passed away, I think in like February or something like that this year. Yeah. So they are putting out. They had like a live show that they like just basically like dumped because they were like, we were planning like a whole thing for this. We're not gonna do all of that. Just like take the audio like as it is and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And this year is like the 20th anniversary of their first album, so hopefully they do a repress or something like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Hopefully they're doing well.
Yeah. My next one, I got two left. You got Blink-182.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is one that I got into when I was a kid. Loved them as a kid. Stopped listening to them for a long time, and then I think I got into them after my divorce. Yeah, which is when we kind of like, I think we all hung out a lot of times, but we got like, that was when I lived across the street from you guys. Yeah, and then I went and saw them live before that, the divorce and stuff, and I mean, Enema at the State is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. I can listen to that song, but you know, they're self-titled, Take Your Pants Off are really good. Neighborhoods is probably also like, I think that's one of the that one, they all like Travis, Tom, and Mark all got together to do that one because I think Travis got in like a plane crash, and they're like, oh, we have to do an album. They did Neighborhoods, and then they broke up again. Now they're back together again, but Neighborhoods is really good.
Yeah, we want to go. We've seen them a couple times, but it was before Tom came back.
Right.
We want to go try to see him again with Tom.
Yeah, because who knows how long that's going to last.
I know. With the way the aliens and stuff are going.
Right, and you're in Aliens. Call me Phil DeLong.
Phil DeLong.
It's crazy that he died after that.
He releases a UFO documentary and then he does actually die.
Yeah.
Government killed him.
All right.
Okay.
Is this one of your last? Or?
Yeah, this is my last one.
All right.
Okay. Last one, and I will say like this top band is Metallica. For me, like they, again, another band that I may not necessarily listen to like all of the time, but I come back to pretty consistently. And just for my own personal like musical taste and a lot of stuff that I listen to, it's hard to escape their influence.
Sure.
Like, I really feel like they, especially like bands in the heavier scene that I listen to, there's something in their music that I can probably, you know, not necessarily trace back to Metallica, but Metallica is the band that kind of legitimized that style of music, whether you like them for it or not. Like they became the biggest band, so then they brought a lot of spotlight to other stuff. Not saying that they're responsible for all of like heavy music or anything like that, but
no,
like,
I mean they were an influence on it.
Yeah. Like I think without them, things would maybe look a little bit differently. Or
right. Like we kind of talked about, like it's not that like that Anthrax Public Enemy song like influenced all those bands. I think it like opened the door. For that stuff to start being like, oh, we can experiment. Whereas like, and again, it's gonna be the same thing as like Metallica, where Metallica. We still record?
I think so. Just the waveforms on everything up to like just like right here.
Or all gone.
We'll just finish and we'll go back and see that.
But
everything was fine. I was seeing everything look
I did
the same. It just that disappeared and it distracted.
Okay. So so anyway, Metallica, right. It was like they brought popularity to that style. Now that I think that style kind of ended up being like what hard rock is today. But and maybe a little different. I think it's a lot more influenced to like I think Nickelback and Creed and those kind of like shine down stuff. But Metallica was a big influence of that even becoming those stuff becoming popular.
And I feel like they have, well, they don't have necessarily like the biggest range of stuff. Like there's enough things for like different moods that I can go through and find. Like, you know, if I want a heavy, like thrashy thing, there's plenty of material for that. If I want to like, if I'm feeling really weird, I'll listen to Saint Anger.
If I really just want to hate myself.
Like the Black Album, just like good banger of an album.
For Justice for All and Ride the Lightning are probably actually for Justice for All is probably my favorite album from that era.
Yeah.
Like Ride the Lightning is probably my favorite song, and it makes me want to like that album. But Justice for All is just a good album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite of their like kind of like their early thrashy like younger days before for Black Album and on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And Justice for All is my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So like there's a little bit, you know, kind of for whatever mood I might happen to be in. And then just, they were the band that really like kind of, got me interested enough in guitar to really like start learning some stuff. And they came along at the right time where like, you know, I was becoming a rebellious teenager and, you know, Metallica just like fit the bill really well.
Yeah. Cool. All right, last one for me. Circus Survive.
No.
I am a little late to the party as well, kind of like Under Oath, but man, they're so good. And like the Amulet, I did start listening to the Amulet when that came out. Like the Amulet is the album that did it for me. Rights of the Investor is actually the song that like makes me like I'm playing bass to that song right now. But Circus Survive, Blue Sky Noise is the album I've kind of like I listened to a couple On Letting Go is really good. A couple other there's probably a couple like piddly songs here and there, but like the Amulet and Blue Sky Noise from like top to bottom are two of my like probably top 5 favorite albums. Like just the Blue Sky Noise is probably my favorite album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is such a good album. From top to bottom. I don't think there's any song that I don't like. And then they all stand on their own too. So you don't have to like listen to the whole album. You can listen to certain songs and stuff. But Amulet, again, that's the one that really got me. I think my style being into like super heavy stuff when we were teenagers, you know, in college, and I think I was into that stuff because that's what we were all into.
Yeah.
I think as I slowly started separating from that group and became my own human being and found my own path and started living my own life and not being influenced by that group so much, which, I mean, everybody has a good friend group. Right. Good support system. But like, as I've started finding my own new friends, like, cause I had that, I mean, we were in that friend group I met you in probably, I think before my college year, but like I'd known the head of our friend group for ever.
Right.
And so I just was always in that group, and that was what we always listened to. And then sort of the thing about it, when I started finding my own stuff, I started getting more into like pop punk and post-hardcore. And then that's where we found Circus Survive, Dance Gavin Dance, and Under Oath.
Yeah.
Or at least started getting it, like Under Oath being like something that like, no, I actually do really like this.
Right.
And you know, Under Oath is because of Circus Survive and Dance Gavin Dance. And so, I love Circus Survive. They're so good.
Yeah. I know I've listened to them a little bit off and on, but I have to give them a little deep dive.
Yeah, they're just all those kind of like some of those bands, those 3 bands. I mean, I've always loved Prada. I think Prada probably, I think Prada in our friend group maybe wasn't actually the most popular, but I've always kind of held a flag for Prada. But no, the other 3 I think they're such a big part of me now because it was like when I started finding my own self away from that group and, you know, just being 23, 24 and finding your way of life. Like, you can't, you know, when you're in high school and you're in college, it's everything with your friends. And then you're like, well, now I've got my own life and I'm going to, what do I do and how do I live? And those were all part of it, that part of that journey. So
yeah.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And then it's crazy that I die. So that joke got ran in half.
It's crazy that after this episode, this season of Two Beans will be dead.
Which, actually brings us to
the end. This is the end.
This is the end
of season 1. We're hoping to do season 2. Or I guess
it'll be season 4.
Season 4. Well, because we did 3. Yeah, I guess this is season 4.
Season 3.
This is season 3. So, hoping to do some new things. I have some ideas, some bullets in the old chamber, as they say, the old magazine, the old
pistol.
Got the old turd in the butt. I got some turds in the butt.
I have
ready to Judge Judy dump all over you.
There it is.
There it is. Anyway, so we're excited for the next season. Hopefully, thank you for the people who listen to this. And we appreciate you, all the support. We're obviously not doing this for tons of clicks and views.
Yeah.
As was that. That's what everybody. I'm not doing this.
I'm not doing this for clicks and views. Do I look like the clicks and views guy? I'm not.
I'm doing this because the white American males need to have their voice heard.
There's not enough of us.
There's just not enough in their basements. Anyway, excited for the future. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see ya in the fall.
Bye.
Bye.
For audio listeners, we fell. For visual listeners, you know what's going on.
You'll see it.